The future of farming involves taking carbon out of the atmosphere.
It's not really about the projects that we do, it's really about a structural shift in the economy.
Companies like GreenCollar create Australian Carbon Credit Units, or ACCUs, that represent 1 tonne of emissions reduced or avoided. It's one of many private firms that were locked into decade-long contracts to supply the government units of carbon abatement at $12 each. But Energy Minister Angus Taylor is now allowing them to walk away from the deals, to take advantage of a market that soared 200% in a year to $55 a unit.
I think it's a very bad deal. It's an economic loss for the Australian people.
GreenCollar is now sharing in a multi-billion-dollar windfall, after units it was contracted to deliver at $12 have almost tripled in value, even after the minister's decision flooded the market and crashed the price.
Moves that sort of increase the liquidity of the supply out there in the market is ultimately a good thing.
The widening gap between the contracted price and the roaring market meant companies were thinking of breaking the deals anyway.
Still be worth people's while leaving their contracts and having to pay the damages that are part of their existing contractual obligations.
It's a loss to the taxpayer, a needless loss to the taxpayer.
Hit the go button, Angus.
Here we go.
At COP26, our government signed up to net zero carbon emissions by 2050. There's 2 ways to do it. Change what you do, or you buy credits to cover what you can't.
It's about making sure we get the market mechanisms right, and we'll be making some further announcements very soon.
But the decision means the price future governments will pay to abate emissions is likely to be closer to the market price, which could make sourcing credits vastly more expensive.
And this time they're not going to source them at $12, they'll source them at a much higher price. So taxpayers are being slugged for gains that the carbon sellers are getting.
Putting a price on carbon forces change, but there's less incentive to cut processes or products that pollute when prices are low. Companies can simply buy their way out with credits. A market that is an uncertain climate of its own.